Hey, I'm CJ.
I'm Lee.
From The Art is Murder. You're watching Behind the Ink on PitCam TV. I got like this song. I was 17 and it was like a bad patch in my life. So I got it to say the sun will always shine on me. So I was a bit of a crazy bastard when I was younger. So yeah, that's my first tattoo, and I'm actually going to get it covered up now. So just so everything ties back into a sleeve rather than having bits and pieces that don't match. So yeah, that was mine. 17. Cool.
Oh, I was actually 18, but first one was the last name over the top of the stomach. It's because that way if I get too drunk I can't forget it. Basically, I was 18 or 19 when I got that, I think.
Did you ever regret any of your tattoos?
I don't regret my tattoos. I think tattoo removal is good for some people that who do regret tattoos, but I wouldn't want to get anything removed because I got it for a reason at a time in my life. So I think if I cover it, it's better because it's still on me. You just can't see it. So I'm covering up like a couple of little tattoos, but I don't regret any tattoos because everything that I have got tattooed, I got tattooed for a reason or because I liked it, you know. So I don't think I regret any of them, and I never will.
Really, if you're dumb enough to get a stupid tattoo on you, then...
Oh, we have to show you a tattoo that Lee regrets, but like you can't do anything about it now.
I don't really regret it, but...
Show us, please.
So what happens when The Art is Murder goes to a friend's tattoo studio drunk and high? So.
Sorry about this, but that's what happens when friends tattoo friends. Unfortunately, but well, it's good for a laugh.
Yeah. So you know, you can have tattoos because they're cool. You don't need to have a meeting. You don't need to sit there and tell every person that this means this is this. You can get a tattoo because it's cool.
Did you guys ever get tattooed on tour or rather at home?
Both me and Lee, like our friends, are either in bands or tattooists. So we'd like to get one in Europe, but because it costs a lot of money for us to be here, we probably won't. We'll probably get tattooed in New York when we go to record, just like the New York symbol. But we got friends in Sydney, like in Melbourne and other states in Australia. So when we're on tour in Australia, we get tattooed. Like I got my shin done, my thumbs. I got a couple of little things done while I've been on tour as well. You're the same. Ryan's tattooed you. Got my hands done on tour, my ribs.
Sleeve sided, my neck.
It's good just to get tattooed off a friend rather than somebody that you don't know. You can have a chat and hang out with them as well. And you can say, oh, my friend did this, my friend did this, my friend did this. It helps your friend get their name out there as an artist, and it's also good because, you know, you're going to know these people for your whole life. So I'd rather get tattooed off friends than, you know, other people any day.
Do you think being tattooed makes you a special person still, or is it pretty normal these days being tattooed?
I think that there's
definitely a lot more socially acceptable nowadays to have tattoos.
Yeah, it's socially acceptable. It's not like economically, you know what I mean? Like with work and fucking the politics of trying to get a job with heavily tattooed people. You know, a lot of people give you that stigma of like a bikie, gang member, drug dealer, been to jail, all of these certain things. But at the end of the day, I think I'd have trouble trusting somebody that wore a suit and had no tattoos rather than somebody that, man or woman, that had tattoos, because I feel that people that have tattoos are artistic and they express themselves with art and different certain things. So you would be able to talk to a person that's heavily tattooed a lot more easier than somebody that is clean-skinned and somebody that's going to work. So there's somebody that will judge you because you decide to put art on yourself, regardless if it's traditional, old school, Americana, Japanese. Well, it doesn't matter what the tattoo is. Like people like have that stereotype of people that are heavily tattooed as a bad minority, which is 99% of the time they're completely wrong, because heavily tattooed people are very open with their lives, I think. So.
Yeah, you pretty much said it. Well, there's that good
I
saying.
concur.
There's that good saying. It's always like the only difference between tattooed people and non-tattooed people is we don't think any different of you.
Yeah,
if you don't have tattoos.
If you don't have tattoos, you don't have tattoos. But if you don't have tattoos, you see people with tattoos, they'll be like, oh, he has tattoos. Do you know what I mean? And for me, I think like I much prefer tattooed girls. Like my missus is heavily tattooed, and If she ever leaves me or whatever, like next girl will be heavily tattooed. I don't like girls with no tattoos.
Did you ever have any awkward moments, like being tattooed with your tattoos in public?
I think for me, when I got my neck done, I got my parents done when I was in Argentina, like about 2 years ago. And because I was foreign and I was twice as tall as everybody else with light-coloured eyes, with neck tattoos, walking around the streets, it just attracted a lot of attention. So I still think I would have attracted the same amount of attention regardless if I had my neck done. But it definitely caught the eye of a lot of people, and I had a few instances whilst being in South America with people shooting at us and stuff already. So as soon as I saw people follow or look weird, straight in a cab, straight back to where we were staying. That for me was a little bit hard.
Oh, like it is always strange. Like you're going to get judged regardless walking down the street, whether or not you have tattoos or not. Everyone's always going to sit there and pick on you or not. But it seems to be, yeah, pretty much like when you start getting awards, like when you start having neck and hand tattoos and people with face tattoos and that, like I think you do get picked out a lot more and judged a lot easier than others. But at least 80% of my friends are pretty heavily tattooed, and they're all nice dudes, man. Like they're not going to harm you unless you piss them off. But that's just pretty much anyone, regardless of tattoos or not.
Do you have any fan tattoos of other bands?
I had one. I'm covering it up now. I got really, really fucking high with a friend of mine when we were really young, 17, and he's dead now. And he did like Sublime, like a reggae band from California. Did it there. I'm putting a big skull over it now though. We're gonna change it up. Looks like shit now, but when I get back to Australia and we black it out and throw red in it, toxic green, it'll pop really well. But I got my hand done with a panther, and it's got diamond eyes, so it's for the Deftones. So I really fucking love Deftones. I also have Thy Art is vocals on my hands instead of having Thy Art is murder, because I feel that my art is vocals, like Lee's is drums. So, I wanted to have my own signature tattoo for my band, so when I'm an old man, I can look at my hands, and it always make me feel good that, I played in this band, I was a part of something big, and, something I was really proud of, and proud of my boys as well. So I wanted that on my hand so I could always see that. So I think it was really done really tastefully, and I like it.
I don't really have I got same sort of thing. I got Thy Art on my hands as well, but I got 2 Tim Burton movies tattooed on me just because I'm a bit of a puff like that. But I've also got Jack Daniels tattooed down the side of my hand for some stupid reason, because I have a slight addiction to Jack Daniels.
You're an alcohol enthusiast.
Yeah, drinking enthusiast. Just very enthusiastic about drinking and getting drunk.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for having us. Hi, you're watching Behind the Ink, PitCam
Hey guys, going? Lee and CJ here from The Art is Murder, and you're watching. Fuck.
I'll do it again. Right, ready. We're in Berlin. We're Australian. Go fuck yourself, Fotzes.